watching Rogers TV. This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hello, and welcome to Her Story, the show to encourage more women to explore the possibility of using their skills and talents by participating in leadership roles within our community. I'm Tiffany James, and I have the pleasure of hosting this program. Her Story is here to encourage women in our community to actively engage and use their voice to bring attention to issues they are passionate about, with the hope that we will all get more involved. Please welcome my guest, Belinda Bowler. Belinda is the owner and operator of Boston Pizza in Owen Sound and Port Elgin. Belinda has operated Boston Pizza Owen Sound since 2006 and opened the second location in Port Elgin in 2014. To say the hospitality industry is in her blood, I think is not a far stretch, as her parents ran the Owen Sound Marina, the Clog and Thistle, and the very popular Rusty Gull for decades. Belinda is a major contributor to many clubs and organizations, from Kiwanis to the Chocolate Lovers Society, and making a difference in our community is something that comes naturally to her. Welcome, Belinda. I'm excited to hear your story.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So, can you tell me a little bit about your background? So, tell me about growing up in the restaurant industry, I guess, because you did.
Yeah, for sure. My parents bought or got into the restaurant business, I suppose, when I was in grade 6. So we moved to the Grey Bruce area from the city when I was in the 6th grade. And since then, always been a family of self-employed business owners in lots of different restaurants and retail settings. So yes, from an early age, involved in the restaurant business.
Were you a dishwasher starting at 12? Were you in
Sure was.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning every Saturday.
Yeah. I remember my dad owned some businesses when I was growing up too, and there's no such thing as child labor when your parents own the business, is there?
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's a good basis.
So, what made you, was it growing up and watching your parents become running businesses that made you interested in having your own business as you grew up?
I think so, for sure. Definitely when I was in my late teens and early 20s, I thought I might do something else, and spent some time living and working overseas in Europe, and sort of dabbled in some international business stuff over there. But the call to work in the family business was pretty strong. So ended up coming back here and joining my family, and now running the businesses by myself. So it's been quite a journey.
Wow. Can you tell me who the main influences would be in your life? Who do you look up to? Who guided you on your path?
Yeah, that's a great question. And as you can imagine, growing up, there wasn't, a whole lot of women business owners. My mom would have been definitely an influence for me because it was a family business. So working with both my parents, it kind of gave me an insight into the dedication and the savviness that it takes. But from a business perspective, I would have to say my dad would have been my biggest influencer. Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about your dad that maybe sticks out to you as something that you aspire to follow in?
Yeah, he was always thinking about the next project or something new to do or how to change and improve things, and then sort of planning for the future and saving for a rainy day and taking care of things that way. But also, the ethos and the ethics of hard work and taking care of the customer and your staff, really, that was instilled at a very early age. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you mentioned you spent some time in Europe. What just made you want to try overseas and explore yourself over there? Can you tell me a bit about that? What brought
Yeah,
you over there, I guess?
yeah. Well, through university, I my degree was in international trade and business.
Oh,
So, and then I got my MBA through a school in France. So, yeah, definitely looked at pursuing and did for quite a number of years a corporate job and corporate life and all of that with the um, working from overseas in France, but at the end of the day, wanted to come home and work for myself.
yeah, I bet. How long were you in France?
I was there two contract periods of well, the first one was 4 months, the second one was 8 months.
Wow, wow,
Mhm.
that must have been amazing. Being
It
in with France. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine. That's so exciting. So, what would you say changed the trajectory of your life? Would you say Europe or deciding to come home and join the family business?
Yeah, I deciding to come home and join the family business for sure would have it would definitely put me on a different path than the one that I thought I was pursuing. And
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah, that definitely set me on the path that I'm on now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm grateful for my parents giving me the opportunity to do that.
yeah, that's awesome. Belinda, what motivates you? You run two very busy restaurants in our area. So, what motivates you to get up and go in the morning?
Yeah, being self-employed, like you really, the motivation has to come from yourself, really. Because but so, you know, striving to break last year's sales goals or improve this or improve that, going after the next idea or thing or trying something new, that really motivates me. But also, I find like my staff hold me accountable, like my own commitment to them, to wanting to make sure that they're in a place that they like working in, and that we together we're sort of a family. So um, that really sort of holds me to the it holds my feet to the fire to make sure that every day we're just creating a, a really great environment for them. That's important for me. Mhm.
Yeah. I worked in the restaurant industry for a while, and it's crazy how fast you become a family.
Yes.
And it's really nice. You're in the thick of it together. When you're in the weeds, you're all in the weeds together, right?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Hmm. So I did mention that you were involved with Kiwanis. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what led you to want to be part of that organization? A lot of people don't know maybe what Kiwanis does in our area. Could you tell us a little bit about
Yeah,
that?
for sure. Yeah. I've been a member of the Kiwanis Father Sound and surrounding area for, oh my goodness, probably 14 years now.
Wow.
So yeah, giving back to the community has always honestly been really important. When the kids were little and going to school, I did a lot of work for the school nutrition program. So I ran the nutrition program at a different school for about 3 years. And then from even when I was doing that, I was still involved in Kiwanis. Kiwanis is an organization that all of our funding and our projects. We do some international with immunization and things, but the biggest part of what we do is for local kids here. So
Wow.
we the soccer complex. We supported the Harrison Park playground. We supported the O'Share Kitchen. The parade is the Kiwanis Parade every year. Um, for quite a number of years, I've been on a committee member and also chaired the Kiwanis Kids Outreach Committee. So that program sort of supports kids one-on-one that need something braces or something
Oh,
to help them with. like a mobility aid or something like that. So there's lots of different branches to Kiwanis. So yes, it's definitely something that I'm very passionate about. And it's really focused on kids, which is right up my alley. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize too that a lot of it is spent locally. Like I didn't know the soccer complex was Kiwanis, so thank you for educating me on that.
yeah, no, I would like, gosh, most of our budget is definitely local projects, like the skate park, the skateboard park that's over by the YMCA. That was a Kiwanis project. At the O'Share downtown in that building, we donated all of the funds to for the kitchen. So it's kind of like the Kiwanis kitchen in the
Oh,
O'Share building.
wow.
And even at Chapman House, there's like a kids area, like a whole room for kids.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So that's the Kiwanis kids area at the Chapman House. So yeah, most definitely like a lots and lots of projects in
Oh,
Owen.
wow, that's amazing. Yeah, see, I love doing this because I always learn something new, and this is yeah. I didn't realize like everyone. I knew you did the Santa Claus. Kiwanis did the Santa Claus parade, but all these other things, and it's
Yeah,
nice to
and the music
hear.
festival, that's a Kiwanis thing too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. What led you want to be part of Kiwanis? Just because of the kids aspect and wanting and that it was local, or is
Yes.
that why?
Yeah. Yeah. And the club itself is, we have it's filled with great people. And it's a lot of fun. But definitely no, it's a great way to give back to the community, specifically for kids projects. And as I say, we do a number of very large kids projects. And then we have this little committee that does sort of smaller one-on-one things, which is really great.
So, if anyone was interested in learning more about Kiwanis, wanting to join or wanting to donate, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for asking. The website is KiwanisClubOwenSound.org. So you can go there and all the information is there in terms of how to donate or to join the club. All of that different information is there.
Perfect, thank you. And then I did mention, so you are I think, my third chocolate lover society, the secret society, I
Ah,
like to call it. And I love what you do. It's a group of women in the area that get together and help how they can. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what you guys do? I interviewed Lois and Sophie
oh,
just
fantastic.
recently. Yes, so Lois is talking about it immensely. I know it's her passion
It's their
project.
passion project.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no,
But
it's a grassroots kind of group of women. I think there are 9 of us on the committee right now, and yeah, we usually do one, sometimes two or one, big huge fundraiser every year. And last year or this in April of 2024 was our most current event. We raised more than $20,000 for G-Man Cares. Yeah, to help local kids with eating disorders. Of course, very, very close to my heart. So, yeah, it's amazing what this community is just so generous.
um,
And, we work hard together. It's a lot of organizing and a ton of hours, but it's amazing what you can do when you just kind of put a bunch of people together
a
and
bunch
go.
of women together. I don't mind saying that. Yeah, it's amazing. Just 9 women and what you've done. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just it I just
Oh,
love to.
yeah. And so most of our, anywhere from, wow, 12,000 to more than 20,000 our events have raised over the years. Obviously, we were derailed with COVID, but our first one was in it might have been in February of 2020, like right before COVID sort of started.
I think
We
so.
raised a lot of money that year for the animal shelter. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been good. Really good.
Uh, um, so I just think thank you so much for joining me today. I'm loving. I just love women who give back, and Belinda, what you do in our community is extraordinary.
Oh, thank
What
you.
whose shoulders are you standing on? Like do you understand what I mean by that? Like who do you think supports you? and helps you so that you can do what you do?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, okay, especially as a community of women, we support each other. We always have each other's back. We're always, looking for someone that needs help with something or some way of sort of doubling up. So I'm going here, so I'll do a bunch of stuff for other people while I'm over there. Um, but yeah, I mean, as women in general, we really champion each other. We cheerlead each other. Um, it's amazing as a community of women how we support each other and just we're always celebrating each other.
I know, I love that about you guys. Full disclosure, my mom is part of the Chocolate Lovers Society, so I have a little bit of an insight into what you guys do, and I think you guys aren't, I know you don't like to be championed, but I like to do it for you guys
Oh,
because
you're very sweet. Yes. No, we don't yell too loudly about what we do, but we've done some pretty amazing things. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, absolutely you have. How would you encourage someone that's looking to start a business or, afraid of taking that first step?
Oh, well, my first thing is just, oh my gosh, throw caution to the wind and just like jump in and do it. Like don't be afraid to try new things, especially as a business owner or as an entrepreneur. There's this spirit that's in you that just warms you up, heats you up, fires you up to go out there and try something and to just to go for it. But there's so many men and women who want to mentor other people and give them advice and encourage them. And so with the Chamber of Commerce, there are a lot of resources that people can reach out to. In my opinion, I think that this area has a really solid support network and really loves to support smaller, unique, niche businesses and things like that. So no, I like to get into the specifics of your business plan or your marketing plan. But I think at the end of the day, you just have to really believe in yourself and kind of jump into it and give it a whirl and see what happens.
And don't be afraid, just go for it, right?
Exactly. Yes.
You never know what might come of it if you just jump with both feet.
Yes.
So what, I know that your parents had restaurants growing up. Most kids tend to not go that path when they see their parents do what they've grown up in. So what led you to want to start a business in hospitality? What led you to want to open up the franchises?
Oh, this is such a great business, like the restaurant business in general. Once it gets in your blood and fires you up, it's kind of hard to leave it. It really, it really is. Because every day is something new, and you always have a whole bunch of things going on at the same time. And when it's busy, you just kind of ride the wave together with your work family and celebrate that. So the restaurant industry is my passion for sure. Knowing, like, just looking after guests, looking after the staff, but also just really every day just getting to do so many different things. It's just a whole bunch of little rewards constantly.
What's your favorite part of it?
Well, I have two favorite parts. I mean, I love working. I love working with the staff on the floor when it's really busy on a Friday or Saturday night. But I also love which is like the hospitality part of it, and being with the team and that whole craziness. But I love the planning, the budgeting, making a business case and putting that all together for the year. And so I'm glad that I have both aspects of it. Yeah, for sure.
It's not very often you hear someone say, "I love budgeting," Belinda.
I do though.
That's amazing.
So I have this bubbly, go outside, out with everybody. And then I have this math brain that's like,
That's like,
up to,
give me those numbers. I love a sexy 7.
I know, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. What would you say was a pivotal moment in your life that inspired you?
Oh, well, the first thing, I mean, this isn't maybe really the question, but the first thing that came into my mind, and this is, kind of going back to being a business owner, particularly in the restaurant business for such a long time, like, the employees and the young people that have come and gone from here, just knowing, like, deep down that we made a difference for them, helped them when they needed some help and supported them when they weren't getting support from the normal places. And you know, over the years, having, I don't know, tea. There was like a whole tea with Belinda thing, and and there was always a couple of staff members here and there that I was mentoring or supporting or looking after as they went through the ebbs and flows of their life. So that part has always been really special to me, knowing that I did, make a positive effect on people's lives over the last 18 years or so at Boston Pizza. And then, so many community events and sports teams and things that we've, donated to and supported. So that, that whole symbiotic circle of give and give back. And I don't know, that's.
It's nice. I know. I still go back to the restaurant that to go see my Belinda a lot because they do. It's just a huge influence on you, especially those years when you're there, some pivotal years sometimes for those young. And it's nice to have someone like you as a mentor there.
Yeah. So,
exciting. What would you say you've learned about yourself so far on your journey?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think, one of the things that, first of all, being self-employed, but also in the restaurant business, is just like resilience, right? Just never giving up. How when your back's to the wall, that's when you just kind of pull your pants up and do your shoes up and get going, kind of thing. So, that's for sure one of the things that I learned about myself, and I've depended on myself for it to just persevere and be successful when we have to put the hard work in. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and well, speaking of persevere, that pandemic we don't like to talk about, that was probably one of the hardest sectors hit was hospitality.
It was, yeah, for sure. Yeah, many days of restrictions. Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us?
I had a crazy journey through that, and I would never say that mine was more difficult at all. But no, definitely there was some challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice to see when you come out on the other side. And what is one of your favorite events that you hold at Boston Pizza?
Oh, I love the staff party that we have every year. We do this because we close down and we bring everybody into the restaurant as opposed to going somewhere else. We have it catered in the restaurant, and it really just solidifies the family feeling that we have with the staff. To be able to be to dine together, to have someone else take care of us in our space that we're a family. That's one of my most favorite ones. And then we have like different fun awards and things like that we hand out for just things that are very unique to the restaurant industry. So honestly, that's probably my favorite one.
I love that. What's something that piques your interest or unexplored territory for you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so many, like thinking of the future, some different things to do. Like there's I don't know, I'm thinking of different retail opportunities and different things just with online opportunities. And yeah, I got lots of different ideas percolating in the back of my mind. So
Yeah, so always something to do with business, though.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's your passion.
yeah, yeah.
What advice would you give someone who's trying to find their way in the business world and is struggling?
Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, well, I reach out to some other people in your industry or other business people to bounce some ideas off of and see if you can solve some of your problems together with someone, outside giving you some advice or whatever. I know that in the past that has definitely helped me. Is sometimes you get so closed in your box that you can't see the solution. So that would be my, I guess my first thing is
Ask for help.
ask for help. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's good advice.
yeah.
What's something you're looking forward to?
Forward to in 2025.
Yeah, sure. Well, we are in 2025, Belinda, right now.
Pardon?
We are in 2025 right now. So what's something you're looking forward to in the future for you? What's coming up?
Yeah, in the future, well, I mean, we're renovating both the stores in the next couple of months. So lots of fun things happening there. We've been doing lots of research and planning out some different things that way. So I'm really looking forward for sure to that. And I'm looking forward to one of my favorite things is just the people that we've developed through the system that are now sort of taking on bigger and bigger roles and within the business and between the two restaurants. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing those people that are being coached and mentored along the path to take on some leadership roles in the next coming months or years. I'm looking forward to seeing how that all plays out, develops.
That's awesome. I love that. You're just, I think that's your role. You're a mentor and that's your passion. And I love that. Well, Belinda, we are almost out of time. So thank you. It goes so fast. So I'd like to thank you so much for joining me today on Her Story. I'd like to end the program by encouraging more people and more women in our community to get involved. Find the spark that ignites you on your path so that you can create your own story. I'm going to end with a quote. I always like to end with a quote that reminds me of my guests. So Belinda, my quote for you is, do a little bit of good where you are. It is those little bits of good put together that will overwhelm the world.
Oh my gosh, that's so lovely. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me, Belinda.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience.